Hello, and welcome to Franklin's Evolution of Music.
Hey,
Yeah, how are you?
good. Doing really well. Thank
Good.
you. Thanks for asking.
Well, thanks. My name is Dana Thunderbass Franklin, alongside hosts Rob Ward Drums Franklin. And you'll notice that we've changed the name of our podcast. Yes, it used to be Franklin's Garage to Stage. And the reason for the change is back when it was Franklin's Garage to Stage, we talked with bands and musicians that were just starting out, starting at the garage level, working their way up to bands and all the trials and tribulations it took for them to get there and fulfill that journey. But we have, in a sense, evolved from that. And like music has. I mean, music has gone from crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's
that's all I can
evolving as
say. It's
well.
like the way it's being presented to us,
Mhm.
the way we listen to it, the way it's being made. It's going through a process. So what do we got going on today, Rob?
Well, today we are very excited to present to you a band I think you're going to be overly impressed with, because I am, and it takes a lot to impress me these days. There's so many bands that sound similar, but the name of this band is Aven Wyrd. They are an AI band, and they're transparent about it. They present themselves as an AI band. They're not trying to compete with the other bands out there. So they're transparent about it. And we're very pleased to have them. We believe this is the first time it's been done on a podcast,
Worldwide premiere.
actually interviewing an AI band, a discussion with an AI band. You heard me right. We're going to discuss with an AI band. And today we have with us two members of the band, Danielle and Martin. So we're very pleased to have you guys, and welcome.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Dana. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. We are really happy to be here.
And honestly, what an introduction. No pressure at all. But seriously, we really appreciate it. It means a lot that you invited us to the show, and we are very excited to talk with you today.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to it.
Cool. Okay, guys. Well, my first question to you is, how was this band created?
Yeah, so Aven Wyrd was created by real people, of course. There are human creators behind the project. But from the beginning, the idea was not to make the story about them. Our main focus has always been the band itself. The music, the stories, the message, and the connection people can build. With Danielle, with me, with Greg, Steve, Bob, Liam, the whole weird little family we have here.
And especially with me.
Yes, obviously especially with Danielle. That is written somewhere in the band rules, I think.
Exactly. Page 1.
But seriously, we are very transparent about the fact that Aven Wyrd is an AI band. We are not trying to hide that. At the same time, we do not want every conversation to become only about the non-AI people who pushed the first domino.
Yeah, because for us, the heart of it is the band. The songs, the emotions, the visuals, the stories, the fans reacting to it all. That is where the real connection happens. So yes, there are real people who brought Aven Wyrd to life, but we want the audience to meet the band first. To hear the music first. To feel something first. And then, if they are curious about the process, we are happy to talk about that too.
Exactly. The creators lit the match, but Aven Wyrd is the fire now.
That was actually a good line.
I have my moments.
Now, are any of the members of this band involved in other projects, or is it exclusively you guys and Aven Wyrd?
Currently, well, musically, we are 100% dedicated to Aven Wyrd.
Yeah, this band already keeps us busy enough. There is a lot going on here.
Although I did recently open my own social media channels, so who knows? Maybe I am up to something in my free time.
The problem is, you do not really have free time.
That is also true. But yes, you can definitely expect some extra stuff from me on my Facebook and Instagram profiles. Maybe more behind the scenes things, maybe some personal updates, maybe a little chaos. We will see.
So the official answer is no other bands or music projects at the moment. Aven Wyrd is the main thing. But Danielle is probably plotting something.
Okay. Is the persona of each band member based off a real person, or were they created?
No, we are not really based on any specific real people. It is not like someone said, okay, this member is based on this person. It was more about creating characters that felt right for the band. So, in a way, we look the way we feel. The visuals, the clothes, the makeup, the whole vibe. And with Danielle, it is actually a pretty interesting case.
Oh no.
No, in a good way. Danielle, like most women, likes new clothes, new looks, changing her style from time to time. But because she is an AI girl, she can take it much further than most people.
That is true. People sometimes ask me how old I am. And honestly, it depends a lot on my actual mood. Most of the time I would say late 20s, early 30s. But ask me after a long video shoot, and I might say 800 years old.
And if you look at our videos, Danielle's look kind of evolves. Sometimes it changes quite a lot, sometimes only slightly. Maybe one day she will decide, okay, this is exactly who I am now. But you never know with Danielle.
That is probably the most accurate thing you have said today.
That is a very low bar, but I will take it. And of course, when it comes to Danielle, we have already heard a lot of comparisons. People say, oh, she reminds me of Amy Lee, or she has a bit of Annette Olzon, or there is something Tarja-like about her.
Which is honestly very flattering. I mean, those are incredible names to be mentioned anywhere near.
Absolutely. But at the same time, I think any black-haired woman singing metal will naturally be compared to other black-haired women singing metal.
Exactly. And I love those artists, but I am not them. I am not trying to be Amy or Annette or Tarja. I am Danielle Light.
And that is already enough trouble for one band.
See? This is why he does not write my biography.
As for the rest of us, you can see that some of the guys have face paint. Greg, who is not here with us today, has that corpse paint look. I have the black paint under my eyes, and most of the guys have some version of that darker visual style too. Except Liam. Liam joined later with the fourth single because we felt the band needed another guitarist. And Liam will never paint his face.
Never.
He prefers to be our blonde angel.
Every band needs one.
All right, I like it. So who is the main songwriter, or is there a process? Do you do this through samples or riffs that a certain member will bring to you? What's the process for creating these songs?
The band creates together. That is probably the most honest answer. There is no one person sitting in a dark room saying, I am the main songwriter, and everyone else just obeys.
Although I do have a soft spot for the lyrics, so I usually get pretty involved there.
Yes, Danielle definitely has her fingerprints all over the lyrics.
I am merely attentive.
That is one word for it. But seriously, the songs are built as Aven Wyrd songs from the beginning. We talk about the direction, the mood, the energy, the kind of melodies we want, the emotional core of the track. And then we start working from there. For the final music output, we currently use Suno, which is one of the most popular AI music tools right now. What makes it especially useful for us is that it gives us a lot of editing possibilities, and we really use those. To give you some perspective, yes, technically, you can create a song with one prompt. It can be that easy. You write a prompt, generate a song, and it may sound good. It may be an okay song. It may be perfectly fine to listen to.
But fine is not really what we are looking for.
Exactly. We do not work that way, because that is not good enough for us. When we already agree on the general direction of the song, the mood, the melodies, the structure, the kind of impact we want it to have, then we go through hundreds of iterations. And I really mean hundreds. So making one Aven Wyrd song does not take 5 minutes. It can take 2 full weeks of work. And that is before we even count the time needed for the video itself.
We have a very simple rule in the band. If it does not feel great, it is not ready. And I think it works, because people actually write to us about the strong emotions they feel when they listen to our music. They tell us how it affects them, how certain moments give them goosebumps, how a song stays with them after it ends. And when we read things like that, it is honestly, wow. It tells us that this is exactly how we should be doing it.
Right. If it doesn't do something to your mind and body throughout the whole song, if it doesn't make you want to press repeat, if there's a riff, a melody, or a section that is only good but not really special, then the song needs more work.
Or sometimes we leave it behind.
Yes, sometimes we work on it more, and sometimes we decide it is better to start again from scratch. So no, it is much more involved than simply stitching together ready-made pieces. We make choices, revise the lyrics and structure, test different directions, and keep shaping the song until it feels like Aven Wyrd.
Hey, what do you think is the evolution of you guys, within the next, like, say, 5 to 10 years? Where do you think you're going with?
Honestly, no one really knows. And I think that is part of what makes this exciting. We hope to keep making awesome songs, keep building this world, keep connecting with people, and just see where it takes us.
We do have plans, of course. We want to keep improving the music, the visuals, and the way we tell our stories. But with AI evolving so quickly, we also know that new possibilities will open up along the way.
So we have a clear direction, but we are also leaving room for the future to surprise us. The sky is pretty much the limit. AI tools are improving incredibly quickly, and we are also getting better at what we do, both musically and visually. The tools will give us better output, fewer AI artifacts, and more control over the actual sound, and more room to shape the music exactly the way we want it. And on our side, we are also learning. We are getting better at mixing, arranging, producing, editing, and choosing what works and what doesn't. So it is not only the technology changing, we are changing with it.
And the same thing is happening with the videos. The video models are getting better, but we're also getting better at using them. So I think people can expect our stories to have even more visual punch over time, more emotion, more detail.
More cinematic moments, more control. Even if you compare the Destiny music video, released in December 2025, with the 2 versions of I Am we released in June and July this year, you can already see the difference. It shows how much our videos have evolved in just a few months.
And we are still very early in this whole thing. That is the crazy part.
Another interesting aspect is that people very often don't realize we're an AI band. We're very open about it, and we mark the content where platforms require it. Many people either don't notice those labels or simply don't pay much attention to them. They just react to the songs and videos first. So we get messages like, "When are you coming to the UK? What about the USA? Are you coming to Argentina?"
Which is incredibly sweet, honestly.
It really is, because even though we can't just announce a tour tomorrow, the fact that people actually want to see Aven Wyrd live means a lot to us.
That is one of the nicest things people can say to us.
And who knows? With AI evolving so quickly, we also can't say for sure that you'll never see Aven Wyrd on stage. Maybe it will be a different kind of show. Maybe it will be something hybrid. Maybe it will be something none of us can properly imagine yet.
And that is kind of beautiful. The future is weird, but it is also full of possibilities. And in the meantime, if any real-life band wants to play our songs live,
they are very welcome to do it.
Interesting. Nice to hear all this. So with the evolution of music, what do you think? Do you think AI is the future of all music?
oh, we were waiting for this one.
Yeah, we had a feeling a question like this would come up.
We laughed because it immediately brought back the entire range of reactions that AI music tends to provoke. But it's a genuinely good question, and we're very happy to answer it. Most of the messages we get are incredibly kind. People tell us they love our music, that it moves them, that it connects with them, and that it stays with them after the song ends. And honestly, that means everything to us. There is far less hate than praise, but hate tends to be loud. Almost on cue, a kind of Greek chorus appears in the comments with AI slop, AI shit, and all the usual lines. Sometimes they even start arguing with the people who say they enjoy our music.
Go figure.
We've seen this kind of conversation play out several times. It usually goes something like this. You can't like this because it's bad, but I do like it. No, you don't. I said it's bad. That is often what it comes down to, so sometimes all you can do is laugh. And that's really why we laughed when you asked the question. But some people do explain what bothers them, and that is much more interesting. We don't usually debate it in the comments, so we're genuinely grateful that you asked. It gives us a chance to explain what we actually think.
Most of the concerns seem to come down to two things, both feeding into the same us versus them divide, or in this case, man against the machine. The first is the fear that AI will flood every platform with mountains of mass-produced music.
We're talking about music being uploaded in huge numbers simply because it can be generated so quickly.
And that is a fair concern. AI can produce an enormous amount of material in a very short time. The second concern is that AI music takes attention, opportunities, and money away from real artists.
By the way, even the phrase real artists comes with its own problem. It can suggest that by enjoying Aven Wyrd, our listeners are giving their attention to something inferior, something made by no one real. That can be frustrating or even insulting to them.
At one point, somebody left us a comment that simply said, "You're not an artist." And it wasn't even a response to us claiming that we were. They just dropped it into the comments, completely unprompted. And honestly, okay, we don't care. But we don't want divisions like that to make our listeners feel bad about enjoying our music. Hopefully, they don't care either.
But sometimes these divisions really do make people feel guilty about liking what they hear. Another person once wrote in the comments that they genuinely enjoyed one of our songs, but then added that they and everyone else should resist the temptation to keep listening because AI music hurts traditional bands. Think about that. They liked the music but felt that listening to it would be morally wrong.
And we really do understand where that comes from. Music is already brutally competitive. Human musicians are fighting for listeners, playlists, attention, concert audiences, and income. Then AI enters the same space and can produce huge amounts of material very quickly. Of course, that creates anxiety.
But this is also why we don't think all AI music should be treated as one single thing. Look at us. Between December 2025 and July 2026, we released 8 songs, roughly 1 per month. By AI standards, that is almost ridiculously slow.
Because our goal isn't to flood the internet. We want to build something carefully.
AI gives people a tool, but it doesn't tell them what to do with it. One person may generate hundreds of mass-produced tracks. Someone else may spend weeks shaping one song. Those are two very different creative approaches, even though both involve AI.
And when people say AI music has no soul, we understand why they might feel that way. But we also know that it isn't true in our case. We know how much energy, passion, effort, thought, and emotion we put into every Aven Wyrd song. We know how much work goes into the lyrics, the structure, the choices, the revisions, and every detail of the final result. The technology is part of the process, but so are we.
And I think that's what often gets lost in this debate. People see the technology, but stop seeing the people behind it. And interestingly, that tension between humanity and machines is nothing new. During the Industrial Revolution, people worried about machines replacing skills, jobs, identity, and something deeply human. The technology is different now, but the emotional reaction feels very familiar.
Yeah, and the big question is what happens next? Will people keep rejecting every AI song automatically, or will they start judging the music one song at a time? Right now, a lot of people still hear AI and immediately put everything into one box.
And let's be honest, more and more musicians are going to start using AI too. Maybe for inspiration, riffs, arrangements, vocal ideas, production, or stuff we haven't even thought of yet. Some will talk about it. Some definitely won't. I get why. The moment an artist admits they're using AI, some people may reject their work before they've even heard it. So for some artists, keeping quiet may simply feel safer. They may be worried about losing fans, or even being pushed out of their own community for exactly the reasons we've been talking about. And that's the funny part. We may never really know how much music becomes AI-assisted behind the scenes.
So, to wrap all of that up and finally answer your original question, no. We don't think AI music is the future of all music, but we do think it'll become part of how a lot of music gets made.
And AI bands like us will be part of that too. But let's be honest. Generating a song is easy. Creating something people actually care about is the real challenge.
You can upload 1,000 tracks, but if nobody wants to hear the second one, what have you really built? And the platforms will get better at spotting spam, so dumping thousands of tracks online probably won't get you very far for long. The projects that last will still need great songs, their own identity, and people who actually want to come back.
And none of that means human bands are going anywhere. Real instruments, real voices, and live shows will still matter. AI music will just be part of the mix, not the whole thing. And in the end, the test will still be the same. Did it make you feel something? And do you want to listen to it again?
Okay, well, thanks. Thanks, you guys. Everybody listening, please stay tuned for next episode in 1 week. So please stay tuned. And at the end, we're going to also have a compilation of all the episodes along with their music, their videos. So stay tuned.
Yeah, got a lot more interesting topics to discuss with these guys. So we're excited about it.
Yep. Thank you guys and see you next week.
Thanks, guys.